Welcome to the Wellness in a Chaotic World podcast. I'm your host, Cheryl Davis. Before we dive in, I wanted to note that as a health and wellness coach, I can support you in making sustainable lifestyle changes, tuning into your own wisdom, and building habits that align with your values and vision for your well being. I don't prescribe or treat health conditions, as I'm not a doctor or a mental health professional. Instead, I can walk alongside you as you create a healthier life on your terms. From time to time, I share conversations with guests. The views and opinions expressed by those guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect my views or those of anyone associated with wellness in a chaotic world. This podcast is for informational and educational purposes only and isn't a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always talk to your doctor or qualified mental health provider about any physical or mental health concerns. This is the Wellness in a Chaotic World podcast, a place where we're having conversations about what it really takes to live well in our unhealthy, chaotic world. I'm your host, Cheryl Davis. If you're beating yourself up over a bag of chips you ate in a stressed out frenzy, or you can't figure out how anyone manages to find the time to even think about wellness, you're in the right place. We talk about all of these things and more because, frankly, we don't talk to each other enough about what we're really up against every day. Let's change that right now. Hello, and welcome to Wellness in a Chaotic World. Today, I want to talk about something that's quite often present for me when making health and lifestyle changes or working on any other type of goal. And I think it might be something that shows up for a lot of other people too. It's that feeling that things are moving too slowly or that you're not making any progress at all. If you read my recent blog post, When Progress Feels Slow, Choosing Patience and Prioritizing Your Well-Being, some of what I want to share today will sound familiar, but I wanted to take this conversation a little deeper because I think it's important that we talk more about giving ourselves grace, letting things be, and trusting the process of change. The in between space can feel unnerving and frustrating because it's a space of uncertainty. You know where you want to go and you've made a plan on how to get there, but you're not there yet. Every once in a while, even though I'm showing up for myself, doing the things I said I would do, honoring my intentions, I find myself feeling really impatient with the pace of progress. It's not that things aren't happening, it's just that they're happening quietly, slowly, without a lot of big milestones or clear signals that things are changing. And that can feel discouraging because when you're putting in a lot of effort, whether that's in our personal growth or health or our relationships, we want to know it's working. Our system wants certainty. But often, especially when it comes to well being, real sustainable change doesn't show up as a dramatic shift. It's more like something that settles in over time. What I'm reminding myself and what I offer for you today is that progress doesn't have to be dramatic to be meaningful. So much of what matters happens in the in between, in the small shifts that we make day after day, shifts that aren't always visible, but that slowly shape who we become. Lately, I've been trying to notice and even celebrate those shifts more intentionally. Things like making space for rest when I used to push through, or choosing one simple meal that nourishes me instead of defaulting to whatever's fastest, or pausing for a moment of breath before jumping into the next thing. These aren't big moves, they're not flashy, but they're meaningful to me because each one is a small vote for the version of myself I'm trying to grow into. And when progress feels slow, those are the moments I try to come back to, not because they prove something, but because they remind me I'm already in motion, even if it's quiet, even if it's unfolding more slowly than I'd like. One practice I return to when I'm feeling impatient or unclear about where I'm going is a visualization I use in my coaching, where I check in with my wise inner guide. In a recent check in, the message that came through was simple. If you take care of yourself, everything else will fall into place. That wasn't a surprising revelation. We're told all the time to put your own oxygen mask on first in an emergency, right? But allowing this thought to come up was grounding for me. It was the exact reminder that I needed at the time. When things feel slow, it's easy to assume we need to do more, push harder, or control the outcome. But sometimes what's really needed is to come back to care, not performative care, not check it off the list care, real, nourishing, honest care. If you're in a season that feels slower than you expected, or you're not seeing the results you hoped for, here are a few questions you might sit with. Where in your life are you feeling impatient right now? And what's underneath that feeling? What small, consistent actions are you already taking and maybe not giving yourself credit for? When was the last time you checked in with your inner guidance? And what did it offer? What does taking care of yourself actually look like in the season? Not ideally, but realistically. And finally, can you think of a time when something took longer than you wanted and it still turned out to be worth it? You don't have to rush to answer these. Just notice which one sticks with you and stay with it a little longer. I'll leave you with this. Slow doesn't mean stuck. It doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. It might just mean you're in a season where the most important things are happening below the surface, like the roots of a plant, unseen but essential. Keep tending to your well being. Keep trusting the shifts you can't always measure. And when in doubt, come back to care. That's what sustains us, even when progress feels slow. Thank you for being here with me today. If this reflection spoke to something you're experiencing, I'd love to hear from you. You can connect through the website or share this episode with someone who might need a gentle reminder that they're not alone. And if you haven't already, please check out episode 26. It's where I share the guided visualization I talked about today. I hope you all have a happy, healthy week, and I'll talk to you again soon. If today's episode resonated with you, our private Facebook group is a great place to dive deeper, ask questions, and share wins with people who understand. It's free, it's private, and you can join by clicking the link in the episode description. I hope to see you there.